Oven Podcast. Your table is ready. You can follow me.
All right, the oven's preheated. We're out here at Blue Point Brewery, Patchogue, New York. We got the OG oven members, Pete, Josh, Suggs. You guys know Franco. I'm Mario. Gonna pass the mic and let everyone introduce themselves.
Let's hear it, Pete.
I'm Pete, a.k.a. Dr. Skeet, also known as MVP.
Who?
Been smoking since 2009.
Tell us about your first time.
First time smoking, I was in the parking lot of Levittown South Bowling Alley.
Ooh. You too?
Same, yeah.
Yeah,
Twins. We'll wait.
Yeah, I got high, and then I went home, found out my dad worked for Entenmann's, and screwed night, man.
Oh, I wish your dad still worked for Entenmann's.
That's
great. I didn't know like gushers and all that stuff was Entenmann's.
No, it's trades.
Oh,
You
trades.
just traded off. You would see the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he come home with Pepsi, Snapple, chips, gets away 2 boxes of cake, gets all that stuff.
That was the
But let me pass it over to my friend Josh.
Wow.
It's tough to come back after that one.
Yeah, and I'm Josh. I'm the OG oven. I'm the Mr. Bayberry.
You held the deed to the property?
I
Sure did.
That's where I first started.
I facilitated the premises.
You kept us safe, is what you did.
My first time was at Levittown South Bowling Alleys too. I took one hit and I felt like I was in a Mario Kart driving home all the way back to Seaford. I don't really have anything else to say.
Levittown South, man. I remember Pete. We were smoking the Roach bottle, the Nader bottle, in it might have been the back of my car. You got out and you threw up all over the slide. I was like, I've never seen somebody throw up from smoking pot before, but
When did that happen?
Pete's consistent. Oh man, that had to be
2011.
Introduce yourself.
No,
I'm waiting for Frank to be done.
I was probably like 10th grade year, 11th grade year.
No, I didn't smoke until like senior year.
That's
And I had a
so
tongue
I'm
ring.
lying on camera.
When I had a tongue ring, and I smoked when I had a tongue ring, and I thought my tongue was closed and the ring in it, and I was.
Dude, I think we
was
were in
so
your
weird.
car my first time. Ian Lepikowski passed
What?
a new one.
Oh, did that?
No, when we got pulled over in your car on Hempstead Turnpike, you talking about?
We were already well in.
Yeah,
we were well in at
yeah,
that point.
I
You
remember
were
that.
talking about Ian Lepkowski. That's a throwback, man.
That is a throwback name.
That was the first person who handed me a joint.
Huh.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I think that he's the first. Not to bring up, not to pause your story, but I'm pretty
No,
sure.
dude, it's all right. Keep
the
going.
first time
I'm
I smoked
enjoying
was
it.
at
Keep
Ian's
going.
house.
Dude, if Ian's out there,
Fortune
he's listening
Garage
to
after
this.
Mario.
Shout out Ian.
Yeah.
Ian, I
Yeah,
appreciate
shout out
you.
Ian, bro.
Mario's a pool party, a birthday party in the summer.
He was always next door.
Next door.
Yeah.
Fortune Court, baby.
All
All right,
right,
so tell us about
world.
yourself.
My name is Suggs. I enjoy long walks on the beaches and pina coladas.
Sure
I'm
does.
looking for a girl who is. Oh shit! All right.
No, you don't keep going,
all
keep
right,
going.
all right. So the first time I smoked was behind Burger King, Wanto Avenue, with no names, right?
You can do names.
Oh, we just
With
shouted Ian.
Zach Pollock.
Who?
Anyone know Zach Pollock?
Oh yeah, Dylan's
Yeah,
older brother.
yeah. Smoked a joint. I think I had a crispy sandwich from Burger King after with a fruit punch. It was pretty enjoyable, and my life's been downhill since then.
Hey, not for nothing. I feel like Burger King is like kind of pulled away on like the best fast food list.
Wait, pulled away in a good way?
Yeah, in a good way.
No
Yeah.
fucking
It was slept
way.
on for a while. I'm back on Burger King.
No
Big
way.
Whopper
I'm
guy.
heavy.
Big
I'm
fucking
heavy.
Whopper guy.
No, but even their chicken sandwiches, bro. The Burger King chicken sandwich.
way.
Well, it was all about the gold card back in high school.
The
You get
crispy
gold
chicken
card?
sandwich
Oh.
from McDonald's right now is untouched. It's up there with like PDQ. PDQ
I
on
love
110.
PDQ. I love PDQ.
PDQ I think is better than Chick-fil-A.
Bro.
definitely better than chicken.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you hold the mic closer to your mouth when you're talking to me?
They hear me.
Why, you have headphones in?
No, I just.
But it's Wendy's, BK,
He's like this.
McDonald's, right? Or you going like T-Bell?
I would say out of like those three main, I would say Burger King, Wendy's, then McDonald's.
Depends what
Are
you're
you
getting.
Smoking crack?
No. Wendy's fell off for me hard,
Burger
bro.
King isn't even close to the
McDonald's.
You
I've
guys
thrown,
don't
I've
go to
thrown up,
Chick-fil-A
I've thrown up
enough.
Wendy's like beef before, and I won't get back on it.
They're making
Come-
Like I haven't had an
Come
Angieri
down south.
since 11th grade.
Terry's down south?
Zaxby's.
Oh,
Zaxby's.
Ooh, I haven't had
Zaxby's.
You have Pete Terry's down by
Zaxby's
you?
the spot.
Oh,
Terry's?
yeah.
There's a lot of different shit down south,
Yeah.
but there's Chick-fil-A's like on every corner. So
I mean,
That's number
they're
one
making
right
one
now.
next to McDonald's in Levittown.
Yeah, we're getting one.
I'm telling
nice
you,
and
Chick-fil-A,
close.
man.
They're always crowded.
But dude, you get through that line.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get through that line in 3 minutes.
Yeah,
about
they're
you? 'Cause
efficient.
it's-
They're
'cause
efficient. They have
it's
a
like-
small army of people.
You don't get that
working
many
back
people
there.
here.
That customer service is on top.
Yo, we gotta get sponsored by Chick-fil-A or some shit. We're
You have
Hell
to
gassing them up right now in the middle.
Dude, I will.
Chick-fil-A, if
I'll
you're
die.
watching, and we know you are.
I'll die for Zach
Give us
Bryan
up.
and Chick-fil-A.
Franco, what was your first high story?
The first time I smoked was at Ian's house for sure. I want to say, Pete, you might have actually even been there. I know Laz was there and Garrett was there, and they
Probably Jason too.
Jay Lee was there. They gave me, what is it like when you smoke and like I didn't hit the joint yet. I didn't hit the bong, but they like blew it and like I smoked it out of that.
Oh, shotgun?
Yeah,
Shoddy.
a shoddy. Yeah, a little shoddy.
So you were hooking up with one.
Yeah, it was kind of.
They were blowing in your mouth. That was your first time?
And well, that's the first time I smoked. And then they let me hit the bong, and like, bro, that was.
2 first times.
It was all the same day.
I wake up in the wrong girl's bed once. He don't let it die. This guy's got guys blowing shit in his mouth.
Let's talk about that girl. What bed?
No,
Pass. So
What do you mean
Pass.
pass?
We're cut.
my first high story was actually the first one I can remember. Was
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Mary got high and went to bed.
always.
We're still not sure how we got this job.
I was really unqualified to be on the oven. I smoke and pass out. That's about
Mary's
it.
literally learning on the job.
Yeah, literally.
What is this called?
What is weed?
We
So
still use the term marijuana, like
cannabis.
cannabis.
I use the term devil lettuce.
What has cannabis done for you?
Goddamn devil lettuce.
So I'm with Joe and I'm with Franco and Josh.
Yeah.
Joe couldn't be here today. Joe, we miss you, brother. Wish you could be here.
Fuck you, Joe.
Let's see, Joe.
But I'm with Franco and Josh.
Could have golfed, Joe.
He is golfing.
Probably.
Calling him to work.
We're in Franco's old Honda Civic with the carbon fiber hood.
That made it so much
Honda
faster.
Accord.
Oh yeah,
Honda
Honda Accord. even
44,
worse.
everybody. Represent.
He couldn't get the Civic. He got the Accord. So,
What a waste of $10,000 that was.
and if anyone hasn't heard the story, in that Honda Accord, actually, I was riding in my mom's minivan on the same road as this kid. The same road as this kid.
He was
okay?
trying to race me in his mom's minivan.
And I would have beat him in that piece of shit car he had. But all of a sudden, the kid goes in front of me, and his car loses control, and now he's in my lane, and I'm about to T-bone him, and all I see is those pretty blue eyes looking at me. I'm like,
You couldn't see a thing inside that car.
I'm about to kill Frank. And I just slam on the brakes. I rock his car, and he goes about 20 feet sideways.
Into oncoming traffic.
Fucking Bud Light.
Oh no!
Poured all over?
It was the natty lights.
Oh, the natty
I had
lights.
a 30 rack of natty lights in the back.
That bomb.
He had
Is
a,
that when you
BB?
make the left on Wanto Avenue got hit?
No,
when
that
you
was no
make it
time.
right out of MacArthur going up towards like.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Luckily, you're okay. You just had a concussion, right?
I don't even. Well,
Kitchen next door.
kind of. Well, the biggest part was like it was right after school, so like. It
After
was
our peer leader
after
meeting,
peer leader
when we were
meetings,
still
yeah.
peer leaders.
When you were still a peer
When I
leader.
was still a peer leader.
I took over your kids. But no, that was it was like a show because like Mr. Sheehan's out there, all the teachers, all like there was so many students and stuff walking around.
Yeah.
So
Banana.
I'm pretty sure Jay Lee was one of the kids that pulled up like, you all right?
No fight.
So back to the high story. We got a Taco Bell tray.
We're still on his
We're rolling. You're rolling a blunt on the Taco Bell tray. I'm sitting in the back. You're sitting shotgun. He's driving. We smoke. And of course, I'm a disaster early. And we're driving back to Franco's house. And all I can remember is screaming at Franco, yo, slow down, slow down, slow down. And he turns around, he's like, bro, I'm going 25. So I was just on another level. And then we get to his house. His dad's got diabetes, Big Frank. And
Yeah, shout out to my dad with diabetes.
Tell me what that has to do with the story.
if you let me finish the story,
No,
I'll tell you.
I'm
It
interested in
actually
where this
it
is
goes
going.
along with the story. So
Poured so much sugar.
we walk in, and now you guys know me.
I know this.
If
I know
I'm not sleeping, I'm eating when I'm high. I get the munchies bad. So we walk in, we grab the Doritos, we grab the chips, whatever. And now I see these sugar-free lemon drop cookies on the counter.
And they were sick.
They were bought.
Sugar-free cake that sucked.
Yeah, it was
And I
awful.
ate it.
Yeah, he made us eat it.
They were bought specifically for Big Frank, and I took the whole box. Wasn't even open yet. Went upstairs, and it took me up until I was in the last cookie to realize, fuck, these are for Big Frank.
Yo, and the best part is he left the last cookie for my
I
dad.
did. I closed.
It was a full ass box of cookies, and he left him the one cookie.
I closed the box and I left the one downstairs for him so
So
he could enjoy it.
considerate.
It is with it.
So, I mean, we want to get back to like, a little bit of like the oven questions, just a couple. I want your first memory when I say like the word the oven. Like, what's the first thing that comes up?
Who first?
Shit.
You go
I was
first.
thinking about that shit on 10-hour ride. Go ahead.
First thing that pops to mind when you say oven, besides chocolate chip cookies, oh shit, man! I wasn't prepared for this.
I want to know what's on that iPad kit.
Yeah, all right. First thing I remember is doing mug shots. Every time we'd go down to the oven, we'd get baked beyond. And when I say baked, we'd have joints, blunts, a bong, the
gas man.
gas man. What was the
The fucking
accordion
side-
thing?
the
The
accordion
bucket.
bucket thing.
So it was like stupid how you're drooling out your mouth. And then every night we would have to take a mug shot before you get stoned and after you get stoned to see the comparison. And that's what I think of every time I hear the word oven.
I like that.
Here for you.
I know you are.
Oven. Squid comes downstairs.
Oh yeah.
Wants to make a quick $300. Me and Suggs like, yo, $300, yo. He's like, all right, you got to,
You can't say that story.
or the time we were playing charades and my
I was
bong
gonna say
broke,
charades.
and
When Frankie
we
broke
all
the
pointed
bong.
fingers on
Or
who
Joe
broke it.
broke the bomb.
Well, it was between me and you.
Well, it
and
affected-
I know for a fact it wasn't me, so that leaves one person left in the mix.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the world, let's do this real quick. So we are sitting
Let's have
around
this on
a
the record. Finally.
yeah, on the record. So we're sitting around a small coffee table playing our favorite game of charades, like most stoners do.
Movie.
And as someone is heading back towards their seat, so walking towards me, because I'm already sitting down, there's a bong at the corner of the table. The bong proceeds to fall at my legs. So how can a bong fall towards my legs if I'm the one who hit it? Don't think that could happen. So obviously I'm the innocent one here, and Frank fucking broke the bong.
I've heard the same song and dance 3 or 4 times now.
Because it's the truth.
And
The truth will prevail.
I
that
was
bomb
the one walking back
You-
from doing
Oh,
charades.
so you admit it.
And I want to tell you, do you guys remember which one we got right on that charade?
No.
It was Free Willy. So I will never forget that's what it was. Means yeah, me.
You two and Joe are a team against me, Josh, and Breck maybe, and I think Andrew and Dan.
See, we should spark a joint right now.
I don't know. Do you have a joint?
No, we should.
I just want to say I didn't break the bong. All right? Frank broke
All right,
it.
my memory. Let me go.
All right, Josh.
Because
You
I got
are-
it fresh in my head right
Yeah,
now.
do it,
I had we're giving shout outs. Mikey's got to get a shout out here.
Oh my God!
Yo,
Well,
no,
you
this
guys
is
said the other ones. I mean, that's the first thing in my head when I think about the oven. Like Suggs said, you came down there and you got baked. I mean, that's just how it was. So it was fun because we would bring in, it was like became a thing. It was just like,
Yeah.
hey, have you been to the oven yet? You know,
having
it's like,
guests on a podcast.
yeah, like you left with like a T-shirt, like I survived the oven. And we had that picture of Mikey. I mean, Mikey was drooling.
Yeah, Mikey was.
And I don't know, he had to go to his car or something.
Yep.
He probably just had to,
We were playing
clean-
life. We were playing life.
We were
went
playing
upstairs.
something
We were
down
playing
there,
something.
and there was like 10 of us. There was a bunch of us.
It was a table like this.
Yeah, there was
like
a
fold-out table.
there was a bunch of people there, and he goes outside to his car, and we're all like, someone brought up the idea, like, all right,
Yeah, I was like, let's go hide.
let's go hide, shut all the lights
But
off
we
in the
left all
house.
the chairs. We left all the
We
chairs
left
everywhere.
everything as is, yeah, but
We
we
were
shut
in,
all the
like,
lights
storage
off,
room. We were all in the storage room.
and we just watched Mikey come back inside, stoned as fuck,
Look around.
just like,
Fuck everywhere.
what the fuck? Hello?
And then he went back. And then he went back out to his car.
We all sat back down.
yeah.
And then when he came back in, he had no idea
all
what the heck
in.
that was.
We're like,
Amazing.
oh, what
I'm so
happened?
happy you brought that up. I forgot about
Dude.
That's
that.
when he drooled on the table.
Yeah.
That's definitely when he drooled.
Yeah.
Yeah, between
He
the
hit the bucket. He hit the
Drooled, and
bucket.
he
He's like
literally
this. He's
hit
like
the
this.
table.
He's like this. Jules is coming.
He hit the
down.
bucket
again.
Yeah, you hit that.
The bucket's rough though. If you're not a smoker, like
Yeah,
the bucket's
yeah, yeah.
It'll
rough.
also burn your throat.
Who came up with the name the oven? I didn't. Probably
I
Frank.
feel like maybe me, but I feel like it was a collective. Yeah, I feel like it was a collective thing, which is like, having all you guys back, which is like,
Early concept. We just said the oven.
maybe.
It was early.
Yeah, no.
You came up with that just session one.
One
Remember,
of our
I definitely remember.
the four of us, like, my mom, like, finally, like, we were like,
Right.
we were all just sitting around. We were tired of smoking them outside. We're like, you think, like, let's just fucking spark one up
See
here.
what happens.
Let's just
And
fucking.
then-
Let's just test the waters a little bit.
And then it's me and you smoking one time with Squid, and your dad comes downstairs, and you said, "Yo, it's okay, we can ash in this thing. It's my grandpa's, whatever." Your dad comes down, "You guys are smoking in my house, and now and you ash in this?" And And we're like,
do you-
I didn't want to say anything.
You're like,
Josh, have a kid. All right, I'll see you later, Josh. Good, I'll
sir,
hit you up later. And,
so this is the oven.
I remember leftovers. You always have leftovers from like your dinner.
Oh man.
Oh,
and
man.
Wendy's.
Wendy's a good cook. Wendy's a good cook.
She can
she always
turn.
made the dessert, the bread.
Oh,
The bread.
The bread?
Yeah, she
No, I
made
know what
that-
you're talking about. I can't think of it. I can't think of the name.
what the?
She would make some bread that was crazy good.
No.
Oh, that monkey bread, that shit that you peeled out. It's made out of the cinnamon rolls. inside, like,
yes.
the- like the
I know what you
cake
guys are talking about.
That was
And
unbelievable.
either way.
Anytime I went to Bayberry, it was like I was trying a new food for the first time.
Banana
It was like my
bread
mom
with the
was
walnuts.
making chicken cutlets. She was making pasta, like three, 4 out of like 5 days of the week.
Yo,
And,
don't
like,
put Lori down on
No,
the podcast right now.
her cooking is fantastic. But then I go to Wendy's cooking, and she's making salmon and all this crazy fish. I'm
You don't even like salmon.
I know.
He does now.
Lori, I got you.
You don't have shit.
Slang. Mother's Day's coming up.
Kid goes to a nice restaurant, gets fucking chicken tenders.
By the way, all the moms think that they're getting on this.
Yeah.
Dude, I expect them to as well. I got their
Mom
support.
is on.
I got their
That's
support.
not the reaction I was waiting for.
Honestly,
No, we don't. want to- we
the
don't
group
want to-
here, you give them a couple fucking pina coladas. I think maybe I don't know if you can give my mom a joint, but
I mean, you really have to edit that footage for sure. That would be a long one
my
to
mom
go
would be a
back.
slob kebab on
Yeah.
here.
That would be bad with your mom.
Jeez. Where's this pen?
But I got a couple questions for you guys. I'm gonna pass the mic in a second. I'll start with Suggs because.
Why you gotta start me?
All right, I'll start.
I
With,
started my intro first.
I'll start with Pete.
Every time?
I'll start with Pete. You know, I want to tie in. You know, cannabis, the oven. I want to tie it all
I did my
together.
story first. All right, continue.
Yo, I'm on your time. Don't worry about it.
No, we're on your podcast.
All right, what's the question?
All right, so let me ask you a question.
I'm gonna ask Pete,
Well,
and then you
there'll be
can
time
answer
for
this
that.
question.
All right.
So Pete, just you know, I know you've been into smoking for a while, and I know you've ran into some injuries as of late. So I wanted to ask you, you know, how has cannabis helped you? Tell us about your injuries and tell us how it's affected you in a positive way and to help eliminate some of that pain that you've been experiencing.
Cannabis. Make sure you use the word cannabis.
Cannabis. So, 2016, I was playing softball in
I'm so happy you're
Florida.
telling the story.
Ended up playing co-ed softball. I think I'm a big time guy. Leading off the game, girl at third, girl at first. I'm hitting. I hit the ball at third base, running down the line, probably like a 4-4. And
4-4 to 60-foot bases.
yeah, 4-4. Fuck. And the girl missed third. I was either gonna run this girl over, do something. I slid, broke my shoulder.
Oof.
Wow. Ended up having emergency surgery. 2018, I was working. Company picked something up. Ended up wrecking my AC joint and my biceps, tearing my biceps. Had surgery on that too. And recently, 2021, currently I work. I had 2 herniated discs in my neck,
Jeez, Pete.
and my shoulder is still fucked up.
Keep going.
So
Yeah.
now cannabis saved my life.
Put that on a t-shirt.
My face.
my life.
Pete's face. Cannabis saved my life.
So it smoked. It numbs the pain. It actually helps me sleep. For a while, I couldn't be able to sleep on my right side because that's where all the injuries were.
But thanks to
And
cannabis.
I got myself pretty high and I went to sleep and no pain. No pain. Rocky 4, no pain. No pain.
No gain.
Thank you for that, Pete. That was very enlightening. I appreciate that.
It helps Pete make sleep, as Pete would say. Pete
I
makes
make
sleep. He doesn't just sleep. Pete makes sleep.
That shit's created. You know that.
So I'm gonna go to Josh next. Josh,
Nice. Good luck.
you know you're a new father.
Yeah.
Charlie is fucking beautiful.
You
Beauty.
kid smoking yet?
She's heavy.
She hasn't
I
told
held
me.
it today. She's heavy.
She hasn't told me.
Big baby.
So
Big
new
bones.
father, new to fatherhood, but you're a cannabis enthusiast.
Yeah.
So how do you balance fatherhood with your interest in cannabis? And what advice do you have for other fathers out there to be able to enjoy the plant and also be a good father?
Mary, that's a great question.
That really is a great question.
No, it is a good question. It is.
You just want to, breaking stigmas. This is going to be
Totally.
a part of culture. Hopefully,
Yeah.
for many
I'm
years
ready
to
for
come.
it.
And there's balance. It's all about balance.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's a good question. When my wife was pregnant, I remember we were at it was like a 4th of July barbecue or something, and there was a couple there that had a 2-year-old, and I don't know, I just, I sniff him out. I'm like, this guy's about it. So I'm like, hey man,
About what?
he's about the cannabis that saved his life.
Marijuana.
Saved his life too.
No, but I remember asking him, just like, hey man, just man to man, I'm about to have a kid, and I've been someone who smokes, from the beginning of the day till the end of the night, and I'm a functioning stoner. I've said for probably past decade or so. So, but bringing a kid into this earth is a crazy new life altering thing, and I mean, in long story short, he said...
Are we expecting a sibling, a brother or sister for Charlotte soon?
Yeah, somewhere down the line. But long story short, he's just like, you know yourself as a stoner, like some people could smoke and go to the gym, and, some people can smoke and go do their job. And he just said, like, know yourself, and if you feel like, it's getting out of hand, like, obviously it's something that's, you really shouldn't be doing when you have a kid. But for me, it's kind of similar to, with Pete's pain. It's something that keeps me level-headed, something that keeps me, mindful, and to me, it helps me as a father, actually.
Awesome, Josh. Thank you for that.
Thanks, man.
So now, pregnant sex. What's that like? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
2 out of the past 3 episodes, Mary's been talking about fucking a pregnant chick.
Dude, I don't know why. I am obsessed with pregnant girls. I was talking to a girl that I once knew. I was talking to a girl I once knew, and we were talking about like
Did you
maybe
use the bump as like leverage?
Oh, Mario,
Like,
sitting
you
there.
like-
Mario puts
I'm
his
holding
ear-
it. I'm
You're
holding
like
it.
rocking the baby to death.
I felt the kick.
So this is gonna kill you guys. I'm actually I was
Better fucking kill me.
I was with a girl last night, and I was talking about how I think when she's pregnant, she's gonna be an 11 out of 10. I
Wanna
mean,
give
she
her
already
a
is.
shout out?
No shout out. But I literally told her, I was like, I don't care when you get pregnant. I said, I don't care who the father is. I'm sliding in your fucking DMs. I don't care.
That's reassuring.
And what did she say to that?
She left.
Like a big laugh, like a chuckle.
No, so she's like, oh, you love pregnant women. I was like, yeah, you know me.
If they ain't big, they're pregnant.
You want someone to grab it while you go inside?
Just stand outside like
Wanna
Planned
feel someone
Parenthood
grab
and
it?
just wait for one to come in.
Hey, wait! Before you go in, let me hit
Let's
first.
think
Let
about
me
this
hit.
real quick.
Can I feel your stomach before anything?
Let's talk.
No, you're not there yet. You're not there yet.
I would know.
You're still beautiful.
So
I'll call you in 2 months.
All right, time for Suggs' question. Suggs, tell us about your experience in the grow industry. I know you're up in Maine,
Correct.
working on some grow projects. Tell us about that.
So, getting into the cultivation of bud was a big difference than being on just like the smoking side of it. You get to see all the work that goes into growing. You get to see how much passion people have and their plan and whatnot.
It's like an art, you
And
would say.
yeah, it's an art form, and it's just a real eye opener because as everyday Joes, we usually just smoke bud, really have no idea where it's coming from, but the hours that go into growing is unbelievable. So from like start to finish, a bud plant can take 3 to 4 months. So you gotta think like you're just focusing on that group of plants for up to 4 months, and one thing goes wrong that screws up your entire harvest, and then you have shitty bud. So the passion that goes into growing is like some of the most passionate people you'll ever meet. And right now, a lot of growers are getting screwed because of the regulations and the taxes. So you, like the dispensaries get taxed, and the growers have growers take the entire overhead of growing.
And you're saying in Maine, right?
Yeah, in Maine.
Because
In-
correct me if I'm wrong. The difference between medical and rec over there is like
Yeah,
a whole
so-
different world, right?
yeah.
Sale and all that.
Yeah, so in the medical industry, it's a little less regulated. You kind of just grow it, and then you're able just to sell directly to dispensaries. If you want to go on the recreational side, you have to track every single plant from conception to it completes its flowering process, and then also go through lab testing. So it's a lot more hoops to jump through on the rec side.
I thought it was different. I thought it was opposite.
That's what everyone assumes it should be, because you're thinking if it's for a medical patient, you would want to ensure there's nothing in it, but it's just not how it is right now. It's kind of like the medical side of it is kind of like backdoor selling, because you really just have to grow it, bag it, drop it off at dispensary, you're good to go, and then you report that to the state. With a rec, you have to do the whole tracking. So it just opened my eyes to the passion that has to go into each bud, the trimming, like the entire process, finding a good strain, a good genetic, like pheno hunting down. There's so much in it, and just for the everyday consumer, they really have no freaking idea what goes into that one bud that they're grinding up for their joint.
Wow.
So
Very informative. Thank you, Suggs.
that's what I'm here for. Any other questions, let me know.
Real quick. What's your so like out of the couple of years that you were there, what's your favorite strain that you actually grew from seed to plant?
Oh boy. So
Did you make your own strains?
I didn't do any cross breeding into different strains. My favorite strain that we grew up there was probably Animal Tree or Triangle Canyon.
Yeah, Triangle Canyon.
Triangle Canyon was a great producer, great nose, and it grew under any condition. I also grew a bunch of Purple Punch.
Oh,
Purple Punch is probably one of the most tough plants you can grow. It's resilient to PM, aphids, mold, all that jazz, and it's great outdoors as well. But
Any Platinum Kush?
Mario's favorite.
That's
Is
my
that your
favorite. Platinum Kush, yeah.
Platinum Kush.
Sativa dead?
Sativa's not dead, it's just not as big a yielder, and people aren't asking for that anymore. And majority of the strains you have nowadays are all hybrids.
Yep.
Like if you really back down any strain, it's pretty much a back out from like gelatos and everything pretty much. Anything you smell smells like runs. Yeah.
So it's all crossed.
Yeah, it's all everything you smoke nowadays is a hybrid. You really like if you can to find a pure strain that hasn't been tapped yet. And all like the OG strains like the Maui Wowie and all those good ones from back in the they're gone already. Like haze, like original haze, sour diesel, like real New York sour diesel. So people in Maine actually claim that sour diesel came from Maine. Growers in Maine say that sour diesel actually came from Maine, and that it's definitely an East Coast strain, but they're saying that New York stole the thunder. But finding an original genetic of either or of those is tough.
Now, did you enjoy growing indoor or outdoor weed more?
So with indoor weed,
what's the
it's a lot more of a science because you're controlling 100% of the environment. You're controlling the humidity, the temperature, the lights, the CO2 in the room, and there's a lot more things that can go wrong within that room. Outdoor growing is more like guerrilla style growing. You're putting so what you can control is the soil that you're putting them in, and if you're in a greenhouse, you can kind of do some light depth tricks to have them flipped into flower earlier. But outdoor growing is a lot of fun because the plant has unlimited room to grow, and it's kind of like a free-for-all. Indoor growing, so like an indoor grow has to sit between like a hospital's level of cleanliness and a kitchen's level of cleanliness. Like it has to be pristine. So indoor growing was a lot more tedious and like involved. Outdoor growing was a little bit more guerrilla and just get dirty, work in the sun all day.
Cool. Very cool.
Nice to be back. Get out all that snow.
Bro, let me tell you. Let me tell you about Maine. So we hit -40 this winter.
Ew.
Oh,
And I would say about 97.7 of the talent in Maine are single mothers that are living. No, not
no.
not currently pregnant mothers, just single mothers with living off welfare.
If you're a 10 and you're pregnant, you're a 14.
Jeez.
Wait, but what trimester are we talking?
I don't care.
What do you mean you don't?
Showing. You could be showing.
All right, so you're new in the podcast industry. What are the hurdles that you've had to get over to kind of find your groove in this space that it's just blowing up right now? Everyone and their mother is podcasting. So, what hurdles have you faced, and what do you think set you guys apart from the other podcasts out there?
It's a really good question. So I think for me, the biggest hurdle is to stop judging myself so hard. I'll be sitting at home and, maybe I'll have a friend over and I'll look at them and be like, I hate watching myself on camera.
Well, I have another part of the
I hate it. And for me,
Are you like nervous?
it's not that I'm nervous. I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like, and Franco's even told me, I think, I just judge myself a little bit differently, or like I'll say like, oh, we got to cut that out. And Franco's like, oh, it's really not that bad.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm just like really just hard on myself sometimes.
Like my edits list is like this, and Mario's edit is like just roll out the scroll and see what we got going on.
Yeah. I just really want to put a good product together.
Yeah,
And I'm blessed to be working with a lifelong friend like Franco. We have a lot of fun. That's probably my favorite part. And I listen to a lot of podcasts on my own.
What's your favorite podcast?
Right now, my favorite podcast is probably the Ed Milet Show.
Which one?
Ed Milet.
I don't know if I've even seen that one.
So he has some really great guests on.
You ever listen to Bad Friends?
I have not listened to Bad Friends.
dude.
If I'm not listening to Ed Milet, I'm listening to the Bigger
Listen to him, Bobby
Pockets,
Lee.
the Bigger Pockets Real Estate Edition. That's a great podcast too. Yeah, I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, you definitely did. Definitely did.
Pete's got
Does anyone have a question for Frank, or should I just fire off?
No, I'm gonna.
Pete's got a
I got
juicy
one for
question.
both of you guys after the EMTs. Remember what that sucks? The EMTs, we tried that once.
That's an ambulance.
So, with Frank being alumni at Abbey Lane and Mario being one at Lee Road, how'd you guys end up becoming so close and finding each other? No homo.
I feel like I took this one in an earlier episode. I feel like you should take the reins.
Yeah,
here.
so Franco loves messing up the dates of when we met, and it really breaks my heart. It really
I'm
does.
interested to hear when you guys.
So, growing up, he was in Abbey Lane Elementary School. I was at Lee Road Elementary School.
Did Pete just say that?
Yeah, but he explained.
I'm saying that's our elementary schools.
Yeah.
So that's how far we're going back.
He wasn't.
So I just want to give the whole picture. I played baseball with Josh on the Astros, and we always heard about this kid, Franco Van Derka. As Chris Walters once said, I know you heard of Frankie Van Derka.
A real hard worker.
Step up to the plate and those
He gonna hurt you.
Everyone was just like this too. That was the Go DJ. He killed that song.
Yeah, so, always heard about this kid, Frankie Van Derka. Great pitcher. We played against him a couple times. Never really, got a friendship going. Didn't get to know each other. And then I just remember him walking into homeroom at Salk, middle school, 6th grade.
Knowing nobody.
He knows nobody.
That's when he broke his knee on the track.
Yeah.
Later that year, he did break his knee.
Cool, a whole new track.
You guys are welcome for the new track.
Yeah, thanks, Frank.
So,
Running on that one.
we had a couple classes together. We drove Miss Shoemaker crazy in home ec. And
Oh man, Miss Shoemaker.
my everyone knows the Van Derkas throw a Super Bowl party every year. My first Super Bowl party was 2004 at the Van Derkas. I believe the Panthers played the Patriots.
Okay.
And I think Jake Delhomme was the quarterback maybe
Yeah.
for the Panthers. And the rest is history.
It sounds like you rehearsed that. Even he looked up the Jake Delhomme part. I'm, like,
I'm
let's
good with
go.
dates. No, I'm good with memories.
No, I remember.
It's also why I can't get over girls too. So.
All right, we're going to wrap this thing up. We have to first give a shout out to Franco for everything that he's created with
Thank
the
you,
oven, with NYPB.
We came in saying we're NYPD.
I feel like it was, bro, I don't know. You literally made the Instagram handle, texted all of us. We're like, yo, I just made it. I don't know what I'm going to do. Like,
Yeah, got the first one taken down in like an hour and a
you
half.
just made an Instagram handle.
Now we're
Yeah.
getting scammed when we do giveaways.
Yeah, now I love it.
This is what you
Well, I hate it, but I love it.
Yeah.
This is 2 years. Well, this is going on our third
Remember
year.
the first 420?
Oh man, that was crazy.
Drops?
Yeah,
2
man.
years, a podcast, this
Mario.
this crazy event that you're hosting today. What's what was the moment that was like, dude, this thing's working?
Honestly,
This thing
man,
NYPB is a thing.
I know. It's a 2 gold chains.
the 2 gold chains. That's your name. That's what 2 chains. What I got a ring on. No, honestly, man.
Following Pat Barber on that?
Like the thing with the podcast is, me and Mario were honestly a little hesitant to start it up at first. Like we talked about it, we wrote our notes down, we really put it out on like a landscape. But I'm always hesitant about like before I do anything, because again, like we think about like, what if someone doesn't like this, or like what if we fuck up, or what if it just sucks?
Yeah.
So like for us, it was like after the first 10 people I hit up to come on as guests, they were like, I love it, we're in. I was like, shit, I guess we're fucking doing a podcast. So like that's NYPB has given us legs in the industry, but to be able to do this and some of the guests that we have on, is awesome. You had Devontae Rosero on, was it last week?
Last week we were in Manhattan filming.
Still getting the guy from Survivor.
Yeah, Tony Vlachos.
I gotta be there.
Yeah,
I fucking
we're trying to
love
set a date. We're trying to set a date with him.
They all die at the end, though. Oh, I said Titanic. My bad. Get those two confused.
But yeah, no, today's gonna be great, man. We've done this is our third 420 now. Usually it was just me and Suggs one year, it was just me and Barbara the other year. Now we got everybody here. This is gonna be a fucking show. This kid drove in from North Carolina last night, 12 hours to get here. So, that's big ups to you guys for coming.
Thanks for having us.
We're really proud of you, Frankie.
Frankie.
I remember.
No, that's when he's talking from the heart.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm in so I'm a little emotional. Franco might not want me to say this, but I want to bring it up because I think it speaks volumes to the way that how Franco was raised. By Lori and Frank. We all know them, great people. Doors always open for anyone in Levittown. And I remember Lori pulling me aside when unfortunately Franco had a tremendous baseball career, and Lori pulls me to the side when he did not get drafted, which we were all upset about that. And she's like, is he? Is he gonna be okay? She's like, I'm worried about him. This was a lot. We thought baseball was gonna be it for Frankie. And I remember clear as day, I told her, I was like, growing up, it was more than just Franco being the best on the field. I said we all loved Franco for way more than baseball.
Right now it is.
No, let me finish it. No, I'm right about this. I'm speaking from the heart right now. And
I love it. Keep going.
I'm just really proud.
He's just upset he's not
No,
talking
this was a big conversation that I had with his mom.
Okay.
I actually didn't know about this conversation.
No, I remember clear as day. After
Let him go. Shut up.
You didn't get drafted, and I'm like, there are people out there, these athletes, people that we grew up with. All they had was the sport they played or what they were good at. I said everyone around Levittown West, Levittown South, Levittown Walto, everyone Central.
Fuck Central.
Levittown North.
Everyone loved Franco for Franco, and because of the person that he is, and I really think, to piggyback off that conversation I had with Lori, it's like, he's going to be okay. And I think Pop Butter, the oven, is a prime example of why I was right when I told her he's going to be okay. The amount of connections that he's made, the amount of people that he's built relationships with, meaningful relationships, it just shows you what kind of person that Frankie is, and I'm blessed to be working alongside him.
The same passion he poured into baseball, he pours into NYPB and the oven, and it just goes to show how much you can accomplish in 2 years with real passion for what you're doing. And
Absolutely.
that just speaks volumes to who Frankie is.
Absolutely.
Thank you, boys. This is all so fucking worth it. No, for real. Thank you, man.
I'm done licking your ass now for the rest of the day.
All right, let's go get stoned. Let's go get
Hey,
fucking
do it.
stoned, dude. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yo.
You're listening to the Oven Podcast. Your table is ready. You can follow me.